So today we're gonna do our March wrap up. Now March was a very slow reading month for me. I had midterms, I got distracted by life, I had to work. Anything that could have distracted me, it really did. So for our March wrap up, I only have 3 books for you guys today because that, like I said, I honestly did not get too much. Hopefully in April I will be better. My April TBR will be up soon as well, so feel free to go check that out as well to see the ambitious goals I set for April, because I do intend to get through much more. School is not gonna wind down, so I don't know why I'm making such an ambitious goal, but we're gonna go with it. So first up on the March wrap-up is A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. When I went to get this book, guys, I easily had a 15-minute debate in the store on whether I wanted the white version or the black collector's edition. It was a struggle. I obviously went for the collector's edition, mainly because I love the pictures, and I will go for the pictures always. It does severely bother me, though, that this does not match my other 2 books, but it is what it is. That's what you get for wanting pictures. For those who maybe don't know anything about A Darker Shade of Magic, this is an adult fantasy. This story follows a boy named Kel. He is known as the Last Antari, which is also to say he's the last traveler. There are 4 different Londons. There is gray, red, white, and black. He is the only one who is able to travel across all of them, and therefore he's kind of the messenger between the different kings. We take place in the early 1800s. This book was actually very hard to get into right in the beginning. It took me a couple chapters to actually truly understand what was going on, because at first it was just kind of a, here's a gray London, here's a red London, here's a white London, and here's Kel. He's going between all of them, and there's things going on, and I had no idea what was happening at all. But you gotta push through the first couple of chapters, and then this story actually gets very good. To go with The Darker Shade of Magic, I also read A Gathering of Shadows by V.E. Schwab. Guys, I also enjoyed this one just as much, and I can't tell you much about this book other than there's a game type event going on that's kind of a Hunger Games kind of situation that goes on in this book. Other than that, I really can't tell you much other than it's called the Essentosh, and it's very fun to read. It's very interesting. It's a great follow-up to A Darker Shade of Magic, and for those who have read this, that cliffhanger though, that cliffhanger, huh! Luckily, I was able to get the 3rd book almost right away, so I was able to start that, so my feels are intact. I'm not gonna lose it because I've started the 3rd one, and but yeah, I'm in the middle of the 3rd one, so that one will actually be on the April wrap-up. Next on the March wrap-up is Fated by Karen Lynch. Now this is the 6th book in the series. The first 3 are a trilogy. The 4th one is the same story but told from the main male protagonist perspective. Number 5 is a different character's perspective of a whole new story, but it's also in the same world. And then number 6 is yet another character's perspective in the same world but different story. It takes place a year after all the events that happen in the first 4 books. Full honesty, guys, I was a major fan of the first 4 books. I had like the most epic book obsession with those first 4. I've easily reread those 4 at least 5 or 6 times, so I had very high expectations for these other books. The 5th one was good. It just wasn't the same quality, I guess is the word I'm looking for. It was good of itself, but when the bar was set so high, I don't think anything other than the original would have made as good of a story. And then we get to number 6. I believe I rated this a 2 out of 5 on Goodreads, and I know that seems very harsh, but guys, I was very let down by this book. I expected so much. You get the male protagonist's best friend story and his thoughts and feelings, and you go from having him in the first 4 books being this very sassy, very individualistic, very strong character to this book, and he's very much so just like, nah. He's very whiny. He goes from being all about, I'm me, I do this myself, I don't need anybody, I want to be alone, to this girl enters and he's like, okay, cool, well, I guess we're together. What happened to our dorky, fun, joking best friend, and he became a sappy little love dog? It's honestly came across as a muted version of the first 4 books. You had the first 4, which were awesome and epic, and then you have this one, and it all just like crumbled. Now, none of this is to say I won't support any more of Karen Lynch's work, because I absolutely will, because I do think she is capable of much more. I do think this was a letdown, but I do believe she can do better, and I hope to see better from her in the future. Now, that's all I have for you guys today. As I said, I didn't do much in the month of March. I only read 3 books, 2 of which were a 5 out of 5, 1 which was a 2 out of 5. Feel free to follow me on Goodreads. All my social links will be attached below. As always, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.